chosen ones, the information that will be shared henceforth may surprise and even shock some viewers. If one is watching this video at this moment, it is not a coincidence. A higher power has guided the viewer to this video because a significant transformation is occurring in the viewer's life. The viewer's identity is in the process of being redefined. The limitations of the human experience are being transcended. This transformation is not merely a psychological shift, it is a profound spiritual and energetic metamorphosis. As a chosen individual, you are on the verge of experiencing life in ways that will leave you astonished. However, it is essential to comprehend the mechanics of this transformation so you can align with this potent shift and fully embody your true divine nature. Before delving into this subject, it is imperative to understand that. Changing message. Please pause the video and perform the following actions. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel to assist us in reaching 1,000 subscribers. Leave a comment containing the number 11. This numerical sequence serves as a signal to the universe, thereby amplifying the energy of the video. It is important to note that individuals who perceive themselves as chosen ones are likely to watch the video in its entirety, as their inner spirit is already attuned to its relevance. However, those who are not prepared to receive this truth may not complete the video. For those who do, it will profoundly impact their lives. Now, let us proceed. The concept of being no longer human is a notion that necessitates a shift in perspective. Imagine a world that is not the one you currently inhabit. It is imperative to consider the possibility of existence beyond the limits of human perception. It is crucial to acknowledge the potential for truths that transcend the confines of the mind. This awakening serves as a clarion call, urging individuals to transcend the boundaries of human perception. The incessant demands of daily life can often prove overwhelming, but one can still sense an inner call, a yearning for something greater, something transcendent. This call necessitates a departure from the conventional constraints of time and space, a surrender to the notion that the conventional narrative has been a veil to our true selves. The call to transcend the confines of the temporal and spatial dimensions, surrendering the illusions of separation and the falsehoods of the ego, is a clarion call that resonates within the human psyche. The notion of self-transcendence, of being a divine being interconnected with the very fabric of the universe, is a concept that challenges the very foundations of human perception and identity. This awakening is not merely a matter of recognizing one's identity, it is an invitation to remember the truth of this awakening involves the realization of one's true nature, which is both divine and eternal. The call that one hears is not merely a whisper, it is the sound of the soul remembering its true purpose. In order to answer this call and reach one's full potential, it is necessary to reconnect with the divine essence within. This is a time of profound change, and for those who have been chosen, this transformation is deeply personal. As the world shifts from the dense, limiting third dimension, it is essential to recognize the call and allow oneself to rise into the fullness of one's divine potential. The objective is to achieve a state of self-realization that encompasses the fullness of one's spiritual nature. This process entails the transcendence of conventional thought patterns and behaviors that are no longer conducive to the emerging reality. The world is undergoing a transformation from a third-dimensional, limited perspective to a fifth-dimensional, expansive and luminous one. This shift is not merely a change in external circumstances, it is a transformation of one's internal reality. Conventional beliefs that have provided stability are being replaced by a new understanding of oneself and one's place in the world. As one ascends to higher consciousness, it becomes evident that one's identity is not defined by external factors. The concept of transcending the third dimension involves the adoption of a new way of thinking and being. This paradigm shift entails the dissolution of fear, separation, and competition as dominant forces. It is not merely an external transformation, but a profound internal metamorphosis. The old beliefs that have anchored individuals in lower frequencies are gradually dissipating, unveiling the realization that one's essence is not confined to the physical realm. It is infinite, expansive, and eternal. The universe itself is a living entity within one's being, and one serves as a vessel through which this living force flows. Transcending the third dimension entails the full embodiment of one's spiritual nature. It involves recognizing that one is not constrained by the limitations of time or space. One's past, history, or circumstances do not define one's identity. Instead, one is stepping into one's true essence, which is that of a divine being capable of manifesting one's highest potential. This marks the dawn of a new age, and individuals who have been chosen to experience this transformation are pioneering a new paradigm. Contemplate the notion that the perceived limitations you have long believed to be an integral part of your being are, in fact, illusory. Every apprehension, every uncertainty, and every constraint you have ever confronted is not an inherent feature of your true nature, but rather a fallacy crafted to confine you within self-imposed boundaries. Your true potential lies in the realization that you are destined for eminence, poised to radiate the resplendence of the divine. The moment has arrived to embrace this truth. The process of liberating oneself from these self-imposed constraints begins with a shift in perception. It entails the acknowledgement that the boundaries you have long perceived as immutable are, in reality, the fabrication of a limited human consciousness. As human beings awaken to their divinity, they come to understand that their circumstances are not, in fact, bounding them. The power to create and manifest the life they desire lies within them, waiting to be unlocked. By embracing their divinity, they align with the universal flow of energy. They become a powerful creator, capable of shaping their reality and stepping into the life they were always meant to live. The time has come to release the limitations of the past and embrace the boundless potential that lies within them. The universe is ready to co-engage in creation. Have you considered the potential implications of your own divinity? For an extended period, humanity has existed in a state of separation. We have been conditioned to believe that we are isolated individuals, separate from one another, from the earth, and from the divine. However, this illusion is beginning to crumble, and as it does, you, the chosen ones, are awakening to a profound truth: there is no separation in the higher realms. Everything is connected. You are not an isolated being struggling against the world. You are an integral part of the cosmic web, woven into the fabric of all existence. It is imperative to acknowledge the inherent interconnectedness that governs all facets of existence. This profound realization unveils the profound implications of one's actions, thoughts, and verbal expressions, which disseminate throughout the universe, exerting a pervasive influence on all that surrounds them. The acknowledgement of this interconnectedness unveils an immense potential for growth, healing, and transformation, which is boundless in its scope. The cessation of separation signifies the commencement of unity, a paradigm shift that calls for the embrace of the divine essence that resides within oneself and in others. It is paramount to recognize that the same primordial spark of life that courses through one's being also permeates all other living entities and the very fabric of existence. When an individual aligns their actions, thoughts, and words with this fundamental truth, they engender a reality imbued with profound love and interconnectedness. The recognition of interconnectedness fosters a shift in perception, leading to the dissolution of the conventional boundaries that delineate identity. This paradigm shift enables the realization that the universe is interconnected, fostering the potential for growth, healing, and transformation. The concept of unity emerges as a consequence of this recognition, signifying the end of separation and the beginning of a unified state. The embrace of the divine within oneself and in others becomes imperative, underscoring the notion that the same spark of life that courses through one's being flows through all beings and all things. Consequently, when individuals align their actions with this truth, a reality imbued with love, compassion, and boundless potential emerges. This emerging new world is characterized by the forefront of human creation. The identity, name, profession, and narrative that define an individual represent a minor aspect of their true nature, serving merely as a transient expression of the higher self within the physical realm. However, as individuals awaken to their divine nature, they come to understand that these labels do not encapsulate the essence of their being. They recognize that they are not merely human beings, names, or roles, but eternal souls inhabiting temporary bodies. As individuals progress through the spiritual process, they move beyond the conventional boundaries that delineate identity, fostering a shift in perception that leads to the dissolution of these boundaries. The process of awakening involves the dissolution of the psychological barriers that formerly constrained one's identity. This process of self-realization enables the perception of an authentic self that transcends conventional notions of identity. The concept of the true self is often described as being beyond the confines of form, name, and earthly constructs. This state of being, often referred to as a being of light or an expression of the divine, is characterized by a profound shift in perception, leading to a new understanding of the world. The dissolution of identity, therefore, is not a loss but a liberation, signifying the emancipation of the soul from the limitations imposed by labels and definitions. When an individual ceases to identify with superficial characteristics or labels, a deeper level of self-awareness and personal growth can be achieved. By addressing the fundamental elements of one's existence, one becomes receptive to the boundless possibilities that reside within. This state of being fosters a sense of purpose and interconnectedness, accompanied by the realization that one is an expression of the divine. This profound realization leads to a contribution to the grand unfolding of creation. Within the individual is a silent observer, a facet that observes life's unfolding without the influence of external emotions. This observer, a part of the self that remains unmoved by the vicissitudes of life, is the true self, the part of the self that is eternal and uninfluenced by the transient emotions and circumstances of life. It is through this observer that one can connect with one's higher consciousness, transcending the temporal experiences of the physical world. By embracing this observer within, one can achieve a state of inner peace and clarity, a sense of being unshaken by the tumultuous events of life. The observer within is the aspect of the self that is impervious to the vicissitudes of life. By identifying with this observer, a state of inner peace and clarity can be achieved. Reactions to life's challenges become less impulsive, and a greater degree of calm detachment can be attained. The comprehension that all things are impermanent and that one's true essence transcends the fluctuations of human experience can be achieved. The observer within serves as a guiding force, directing one back to their true self. The observer within serves as an anchor, guiding the individual back to their true self when they feel lost or overwhelmed. By recognizing and embracing the observer, one also begins to understand the interconnectedness of all things. This eternal part of the psyche sees beyond the illusions of separation, knowing that everything in existence is part of a larger divine plan. As the individual aligns with this higher perspective, they step into their power. It is imperative to recognize that awakening to one's higher consciousness entails a profound responsibility, entailing the ability to transcend individual limitations and facilitate the awakening of humanity as a whole. The journey to enlightenment is not merely an individual endeavor, it is a collective awakening that demands the utilization of one's energy, presence, and consciousness to effect meaningful change. The observer, when recognized and embraced, becomes a catalyst for the shift in consciousness, fostering a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness that pervades all existence. This recognition enables the discernment of a higher purpose, underscoring the belief that everything in existence is part of a larger divine plan. As a conscious creator, one is capable of navigating life's challenges with wisdom, grace, and purpose. This awakening is not merely a personal transformation, it is part of a much larger collective awakening. One is a beacon of light in this world, a catalyst for change. The role one plays is not only crucial for one's own spiritual evolution but also for the collective awakening and evolution of the human race. As a conscious creator, one is capable of navigating life's challenges with wisdom, grace, and purpose. The concept of the chosen ones refers to a group of individuals who are experiencing a personal transformation and who are also part of a much larger collective awakening. These individuals are regarded as beacons of light in this world and as catalysts for change. The role they play is not only crucial for their own spiritual growth, but also for the awakening of humanity as a whole. Their journey is not just about transcending individual limitations, it is about guiding others to their own higher consciousness. These individuals have been entrusted with the gift of awakening, and with this gift comes great responsibility. Their energy, presence, and consciousness have the power to shift. The process of awakening encompasses not only the individual, but also the collective. It is a journey that demands responsibility, as the energy, presence, and consciousness of the individual have the capacity to influence the very fabric of reality. Each step toward enlightenment creates ripples of transformation that extend far beyond the individual. The example set by the individual serves as a beacon for those who are still in the darkness, searching for the light. The beauty of the collective shift is that it is not a solitary journey. As the individual steps into their power, they help others. The collective shift is characterized by its ripple effect, which disseminates across communities, cultures, and nations. Each individual serves as a living testament to the potential for transformation that exists within every human heart. The shift is happening now, and each individual is leading the charge. As individuals continue to awaken, they begin to perceive the higher realms, the planes of existence that transcend the physical world. These realms are filled with ancient wisdom and truths that cannot be grasped by the limited human mind, but can be felt and understood through the heart. Individuals are not just earthly beings, they are souls, a consciousness that exists beyond time. In this state of heightened awareness, there is an ability to access the boundless knowledge of the universe. The concept of higher realms, often abstract, is not merely theoretical, rather, they are tangible experiences awaiting conscious exploration through meditation, profound contemplation, and spiritual practices. By opening one's heart and mind to these realms, guidance from higher beings, the wisdom of one's higher self, and the energy of the divine can be received. These realms are replete with love, clarity, and insight, awaiting access to their abundant gifts. By embracing the wisdom of the higher realms, the interconnectedness of all things becomes apparent. The limitations of the physical world become indistinct, and a sense of oneness with the universe becomes perceptible. The concept of separation from the divine is rendered moot, and the realization occurs that the individual is a living expression of it. This engenders profound serenity, stemming from the awareness of constant support, guidance, and interconnectedness with a greater whole. The former paradigm is superseded by a new one, characterized by compassion, unity, and interconnectedness. As pioneers of this new world, the chosen ones are tasked with creating a reality where love, understanding, and cooperation reign supreme. A paradigm shift refers to more than a mere change in thinking or behavior, rather, it denotes a fundamental transformation in the underlying principles of our existence. In this novel paradigm, the conventional structures of fear, greed, and competition are rendered obsolete. Compassion, therefore, emerges as the primary motivator of all actions. Consequently, individuals begin to perceive others not as separate entities, but as part of a unified whole. A paradigm shift refers to more than a simple change in thinking or behavior. It is a radical transformation in the fundamental underpinnings of our existence. In this new paradigm, traditional structures of fear, greed, and competition are rendered obsolete. Compassion becomes the primary motivator of all actions, and the lines between self and other become indistinct. This unity fosters a profound capacity for healing, transformation, and creation. The new paradigm necessitates a comprehensive reimagining of our modes of living, working, and interacting with one another. It encourages us to prioritize collaboration over competition, kindness over judgment, and unity over division. As the chosen ones, you are at the forefront of this revolution in consciousness. By embodying these principles in your own life, you help pave the way for a world built on love and harmony. The journey from human to divine is not a destination, it is a process of transformation. As the chosen ones, you are not simply moving from one stage of life to another. You are becoming something entirely new. Your evolution is one of transcending the ordinary and embracing the extraordinary. You are moving beyond the limits of human identity and stepping into your true divine essence. The process of transcendence entails a departure from the conventional markers of human life, such as age, appearance, and circumstance, which no longer serve as defining factors. Instead, a higher perspective emerges, guided by intuition, wisdom, and a divine purpose. Consequently, the physical world ceases to exert its former hold on individuals, as they no longer find themselves constrained by its limitations. This shift in perspective occurs as individuals transition to living from the vantage point of their higher self, thereby beginning to manifest a reality that reflects their divine nature. This transition is not merely a mental or emotional shift, it signifies a spiritual awakening, an alignment with one's true essence. As individuals fully embrace their divine nature, they undergo a transformation that is characterized by increase. The concept of, than just a human being, suggests that an individual transcends the human condition, becoming a creator, a force of light that radiates divine energy into the world. This concept encapsulates the true essence of the chosen ones, who embody the divine within and share that light with the world. It is not passive observation of life, but active participation in the unfolding of one's reality. As the chosen ones, individuals possess the power to manifest their deepest desires, to shape their life according to their highest purpose. The thoughts they think, the feelings they feel, and the actions they take all have the power to create their reality. Manifestation is not merely about wishing for things to happen, but about actively creating one's reality. Materialize is predicated on the notion of aligning with the energy of creation. It entails attuning to the frequency of one's highest self and evoking a reality that mirrors one's deepest aspirations and supreme good. By stepping into one's power as a creator, one comes to perceive that the world is malleable and responsive to the energy one emits. The crux of potent manifestation lies in living with purpose. When one is aligned with one's divine mission, when one acts from a place of love, clarity, and intention, one's creations flow effortlessly. This embodies the true power of the chosen ones, to create a world that reflects the divine light. In a world guided by purpose, passion, and love in every action and decision, the chosen ones are tasked with a transformation that benefits not only themselves but also others. They serve as conduits for divine light, guiding those around them toward their own awakening. The energy they radiate has the power to awaken others, inspiring them to seek the truth of their own divine nature. This role as a light worker is both sacred and powerful. People are drawn to them without explanation, seeking their wisdom, compassion, and energy. This phenomenon is not an accident. The concept posits that an individual embodies a divine purpose, thereby attracting others to this energy. The mission, therefore, is to disseminate this light, serving as a beacon for those who are lost in darkness. Guiding others toward awakening necessitates profound compassion and understanding. The role is not to force change, but to facilitate transformation. By embodying love, peace, and authenticity, one assists others in awakening to their true selves. The role as a channel for light is one of the most impactful gifts one can offer to the world. When one lives in alignment with their true self, life falls into place. The process of realizing one's divine purpose can be described as effortless, with the potential to guide an individual toward their highest possible state of being. The concept of aligning with one's soul's mission entails acting in harmony with one's deepest impulses and beliefs, while trusting that a higher power will provide support and guidance throughout the journey. Those who have been selected to fulfill a specific purpose are not meant to face challenges or resist the forces that shape life. Instead, they are encouraged to flow with the current, trusting that the events that are destined to happen will unfold at the most opportune moment. When an individual aligns with their divine purpose, the need to force outcomes becomes unnecessary. Instead, they become a part of the universal flow, where miracles unfold naturally and effortlessly. In alignment, a practice characterized by surrender, trust, and faith, one must relinquish the need to control every aspect of one's life. Instead, there is a necessity to trust that the universe is guiding individuals toward their highest good. By embracing this trust, one can experience life in its fullest expression: joy, love, peace, and abundance. The transformation undergone is not merely for oneself, but for the entire world. As the chosen ones, one is a vessel through which divine change is taking place. One is the one selected to lead the way to bring forth a new reality built on love, unity, and divine wisdom. Embracing this transformation entails a commitment to the following. Transformation is defined as the acceptance of one's role as a catalyst for change. It is characterized by the recognition that every thought, word, and action has the potential to create a ripple effect that resonates throughout the universe, thereby shaping the future. By stepping into one's divine power, an individual becomes the driving force of transformation that the world so desperately needs. The present moment is deemed as the opportune time for change, and it is the chosen ones who are tasked with leading this transformation. It is essential to embrace this transformation with an open mindset, recognizing the vital role one plays in the awakening of the world. One is the light in the darkness, the hope in the despair, and the love in the hate. As the chosen ones, it is imperative to fulfill the role of bringing forth a new reality, one of divine love, wisdom, and unity. The world awaits your manifestation of power. The moment has arrived to embrace your divine transformation. Each individual possesses a divine power, an innate force capable of shaping destiny. This power does not require external pursuit, it has always been within. The new reality is characterized by divine love, wisdom, and unity. The world awaits the realization of your potential. The moment to embrace your divine transformation is imminent. Each individual possesses an intrinsic force, an innate capacity to shape one's destiny. This force does not originate from external sources, it is an inherent aspect of the self. The recognition of this inherent nature is pivotal in awakening to the realization that one is the architect of one's own reality. This understanding is the key to unlocking the latent potential that has been dormant within. One is not a passive recipient of circumstances or a mere spectator of life's unfolding. One holds the power to shape one's own narrative. It is imperative to recognize that one's thoughts, beliefs, and actions collectively serve as the primary medium through which one shapes one's own reality. When an individual aligns with their intrinsic essence, a paradigm shift occurs, wherein the perception of impossibility is transcended. This alignment enables the conception of thoughts and intentions as the fundamental components of one's reality, thereby influencing the universe's response to these energy emissions. As designated as the chosen ones, individuals possess the capacity to materialize miracles. Consequently, obstacles that previously appeared insurmountable evolve into mere stepping stones on one's journey. Through the application of focused intention, unwavering belief, and purposeful action, an individual can harness the intrinsic power within them to manifest their ideal life. This process fosters an understanding that one's identity is inseparable from the universe. The individual is an integral part of the divine expression, and it is imperative to embrace this power with humility and gratitude. It is understood that with great power comes great responsibility. When creations are made from a place of love and light, they have the capacity to elevate the individual and the world around them. The destiny of the individual is theirs to shape, and the time to step fully into the role of creator is now. Trust must be placed in oneself, in the process, and it will be witnessed that the divine power will bring forth. The life one imagines is possible when one embraces the power that comes with great responsibility. The journey of awakening is not just an individual one, it is also an inner journey of balance and integration. For the chosen ones, this involves the sacred union of the divine masculine and feminine energies within. These energies, often seen as opposites, are not in conflict, but rather complement one another, creating a harmonious whole when integrated properly. The divine masculine represents action. The divine masculine embodies qualities such as strength, logic, and structure, representing the energy of creation, the process of bringing ideas into form. Conversely, the divine feminine symbolizes intuition, nurturing, and flow, representing the energy that connects us to our heart and the natural world, and providing the wisdom necessary to navigate life with grace. Together, these energies create a dynamic synergy, endowing the chosen ones with the ability to manifest with purpose and wisdom. Individuals are encouraged to acknowledge and respect both aspects within themselves. The emphasis has shifted from a choice between these energies to a state of complete acceptance and integration. When these energies are allowed to manifest unimpeded, a state of inner peace and power is cultivated. This state of wholeness facilitates access to a deeper level of power. It is important to note that this integration process is not immediate or spontaneous. It necessitates a commitment of self. It demands self-awareness, patience, and self-love. As one traverses the spiritual path, these energies will be experienced as shifting, guiding one toward balance. It is crucial to trust that the divine masculine and feminine are working in unison to facilitate the achievement of optimal alignment, and to allow them to guide one through the process of transformation. As those chosen to be divine beings in human form, this body is the sacred space through which one experiences the world. It is imperative to care for it with the reverence it deserves. Sacred self. The concept of self-care encompasses more than mere physical well-being. It involves a holistic approach to one's mental, emotional, and spiritual health. By engaging in practices that promote mental well-being, such as meditation and journaling, as well as energy healing, individuals can facilitate the release of any impediments to personal growth. When individuals prioritize self-care, they are fostering an environment conducive to the harmonious development of their physical, mental, and spiritual aspects. Self-care practices encompass a wide range of approaches, including the nourishment of the body with wholesome foods, the attainment of sufficient rest, and the engagement in activities that engender contentment. These practices represent merely the initial phase of a more profound journey of self-care. The concept of sacred self-care transcends the physical dimension, encompassing the emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects of well-being. Practices such as meditation, journaling, and energy healing facilitate the process of reconnection with one's inner self, thereby facilitating the release of any impediments or negative energies that may impede personal growth. When individuals prioritize sacred self-care, it serves as a catalyst for holistic well-being. The practice of sacred self-care entails the cultivation of a foundation upon which one's divine purpose can flourish. It involves the recognition of one's energy as a precious resource and the understanding that in order to serve the world and fulfill one's mission, it is essential to prioritize self-care. By nurturing oneself, one becomes better equipped to contribute to the world. It is important to note that practicing self-care is not selfish, rather, it is a crucial aspect of personal well-being. Self-care is a form of self-love, a way of acknowledging one's worth and treating oneself with respect and reverence. Those who have been chosen to fulfill a mission may consider it their responsibility to ensure that they are fully aligned, healthy, and whole so that they can step into their purpose with clarity and strength. In doing so, they may feel a deep call to live in a state of grace, which is not something one forces. Rather, it is a natural state of being that arises when one aligns with the flow of the universe. When one lives in grace, life becomes effortless. It is imperative to acknowledge that the necessity to engage in arduous efforts is rendered superfluous. A paradigm shift occurs, characterized by an understanding that all events are unfolding according to a divine plan. The individual becomes a mere observer and participant in the process. The concept of grace entails a profound trust in the timing of the universe. It involves the relinquishment of the desire to exert control over every facet of one's existence. Instead, it encourages the acceptance of events as they unfold in accordance with a higher purpose. The shift in perspective engenders a profound sense of tranquility and liberty. When one inhabits a state of grace, it is imperative to become more attuned to the signs and synchronicities of the universe. It is evident that everything is interconnected, and every moment holds a deeper meaning. The perception of fighting against the current of life is replaced by the realization of moving with it, flowing in harmony with the universe. By embracing the path of grace, one experiences a state of joy, fluidity, and alignment with one's highest purpose. In this state of flow, one becomes a channel for divine energy, effortlessly attracting the experiences, people, and opportunities that support one's highest aspirations. Your journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. The concept of grace as a state of being inherent to a select few is a notion that is gradually being embraced by many. As individuals undergo a process of self-realization, they begin to recognize the immense potential of being fully present in the current moment. The present moment is the only moment that truly exists. The past is a thing of the past, and the future remains uncertain. When an individual learns to fully inhabit the present moment, they open themselves to a world of infinite possibilities. Presence is the doorway through which the divine enters one's life. When an individual is fully present, they cease to pursue external validation or goals. Instead, they connect the concept of presence, defined as the state of being fully present in a given moment, is posited as the foundation for authentic power. The cultivation of presence is said to foster feelings of peace, joy, and abundance, thereby affirming the individual's sense of completeness in the present moment. Furthermore, the practice of presence is believed to facilitate access to a divine energy that permeates all aspects of existence. As an individual becomes more present, it is purported that they begin to perceive the subtle whispers of the universe, which are said to serve as a form of guidance, nudging the individual toward their highest good. The more an individual is present, the more they are aligned with their soul's purpose, and the clearer the concept of being present is predicated on the notion that it enhances one's ability to establish profound connections with others. In the context of presence, the individual experiences an absence of judgment and distraction, thereby facilitating a state of genuine connection. This phenomenon is considered to be the crucible for the flourishing of true intimacy, healing, and love. The concept of presence is regarded as a formidable instrument for those who have been designated as chosen ones, enabling them to navigate the intricacies of the world with elegance and discernment. These individuals possess a vast repertoire of energies that can be utilized for the benefit of the greater good. The universe is comprised of energy, and through the process of awakening to one's true nature, individuals develop the capacity to utilize this energy in a meaningful manner. The concept of energy mastery encompasses a wide range of energies, including love, light, and manifestation. It posits that individuals possess a deep understanding of the universal laws that govern all creation. By comprehending the flow of energy within and around oneself, one can navigate life with purpose and precision. This understanding entails the ability to manipulate energy at will, thereby aligning thoughts, emotions, and actions with one's divine purpose. The more attuned one becomes to the energy of the universe, the more one can shape the reality one desires. Energy mastery also involves a balanced approach to giving and receiving. As a chosen one, one is both a channel for divine energy and a recipient of it. When one is open to receiving the abundant energy of the universe, one is better able to share that energy with others. This reciprocal flow creates an endless cycle of abundance, love, and light. The mastery of energy requires practice and mindfulness. It is about learning to stay centered in the face of external chaos, maintaining one's inner peace, and using one's energy to uplift those around one. The more one masters the art of energy, the more one begins to see oneself as a co-creator of one's own reality. The creator of the universe has the capacity to shape one's world with every thought, intention, and action. Fear is one of the greatest barriers to living one's divine purpose. As chosen ones, one is called to step beyond the confines of fear and into one's true power. Fear may have once held one back, kept one in a state of stagnation, or made one doubt one's abilities. However, as one awakes, it is imperative to recognize that fear is not an inherent aspect of the human experience. It is a construct of the mind, an illusion that loses its power the moment one chooses to confront it. To transcend fear, one must first acknowledge it. Ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist only strengthens its hold over one. Facing fear with compassion and understanding the underlying causes is essential. It is imperative to recognize that fear is not an inherent aspect of the human condition, rather, it is a construct of the mind, an illusion that loses its power at the moment one chooses to confront it. Transcending fear necessitates first acknowledging its presence. Ignoring it or feigning its non-existence only serves to reinforce its hold on one's psyche. Facing fear with compassion and understanding is crucial, as fear often stems from deeply entrenched beliefs or past experiences. It is not something to be fought, but rather something to be dissolved through love and understanding. The more one stands in their truth, the less power fear has over them. Once fear is recognized for what it is, an illusion, one begins to reclaim their courage. This courage is not the absence of fear but the willingness to act despite it. As one steps into their divine essence, they recognize that their true power lies not in avoiding fear but in transcending it with each step they take. Beyond fear, one becomes more attuned to the infinite potential within. It is important to remember that courage is a muscle. The more one practices using it, the stronger it becomes. Trust in the universe's support, and recognize that each time one faces fear, one moves closer to one's highest self. Embrace the challenge, for it is through overcoming fear that one realizes just how truly powerful one is. The mind is a powerful tool. As the chosen ones, one awakens to the realization that thoughts shape one's reality. The mind-body, the concept of a connection between the mind, body, and spirit is fundamental to the process of personal transformation. When these elements are in harmony, an individual can achieve mastery over their own experience, creating a life that is in accordance with their deepest aspirations. This alignment facilitates a deeper level of understanding and intuition, guiding the individual on their spiritual journey. Thoughts are not merely fleeting ideas, they are potent vibrations that shape the world around them. By refining thoughts and beliefs, an individual can align with their divine nature. Cultivating a mindset of abundance, love, and possibility results in the sending of positive energy. Spirit connection is at the core of one's transformation. When these three elements are aligned, one becomes a master of one's own experience, creating the life one desires with intention and purpose. This alignment allows one to access a deeper level of understanding and intuition, guiding one along one's spiritual journey. One's thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they are potent vibrations that shape the world around one. The more one refines one's thoughts and beliefs, the more one aligns with one's divine nature. As one cultivates a mindset of abundance, love, and possibility, one sends out ripples of energy that attract similar vibrations back to oneself. This is the law of attraction in its purest form. Equally important is the connection between one's body and spirit. When one's body is cared for and nurtured, it becomes a vessel through which divine energy can flow. Practices like yoga, tai chi, or mindful movement help align one's physical body with one's higher self, allowing one to be fully present in one's divine essence. The stronger one's body, the clearer one's mind, and the more open one's spirit becomes to the flow of universal energy. Understanding the mind-body connection is crucial for one's overall well-being. The concept of body, the concept of spirit connection posits the notion that these aspects are not discrete entities, but rather inextricably linked. In order to live a life characterized by abundance, joy, and purpose, it is essential to nurture all three aspects of one's being. As individuals who have been selected to fulfill a specific purpose, one has the capacity to create harmony within oneself, a state that will manifest in the external world and bring one closer to one's divine purpose. The divine feminine is emerging within, thereby awakening the goddess energy that has always been an integral part of one's soul. As individuals who have been selected, one is called to reclaim this sacred power, which embodies intuition, nurturing, creativity, and compassion. This awakening is. The objective is not the adoption of a particular role or identity, but rather the reconnection with the inherent strength and wisdom that is latent within oneself. The divine feminine is the energy of creation, the energy that gives rise to new ideas, new possibilities, and new realities. By embracing the divine feminine within oneself, one can facilitate the process of reconnection. The divine feminine is not a specific role or identity, but rather an energy that encompasses creation, new ideas, new possibilities, and new realities. When one embraces the divine feminine, it is not merely an act of nurturing others, but also of self-nurturing. Self-love, self-care, and compassion are integral components of this energy. By reconnecting with this force, one begins to honor one's own needs and desires, recognizing that one deserves the same love and care that one freely gives to others. The concept of the divine feminine also emphasizes balance and flow, which is often overlooked in a world that emphasizes achievement and outward success. The divine feminine encourages individuals to embrace stillness, intuition, and the cyclical nature of life, emphasizing that everything has its time. There is a season for growth, a season for rest, and a season for celebration. By honoring these rhythms, one can create a harmonious life that flows effortlessly. As the chosen ones, your awakening to the divine feminine allows you to step into your full power. You are a being of creation, a goddess in your own right. By reclaiming this energy, you not only transform yourself, but also the world around you. The act of surrendering one's ego and embracing a higher power can contribute to the collective rise of feminine energy in the world, thereby helping to heal and restore balance to the planet. Surrender is not about giving up, it is about trusting in the divine flow of the universe. As chosen ones, humans are learning the art of surrender, letting go of the need to control every outcome and allowing life to unfold as it is meant to. This act of trust is not about passivity, it is about actively choosing to align with the greater plan, knowing that the universe always has one's back. Surrender requires a deep level of faith. It asks one to trust that everything is occurrences manifest for one's optimal benefit, even when the underlying rationale is not fully comprehensible. When one relinquishes control, they render themselves receptive to an infinite array of possibilities. The universe is only capable of operating within the parameters that one permits. By relinquishing one's attachment to outcomes, one creates a milieu conducive to the occurrence of miracles in one's life. The act of relinquishment entails the release of fear and resistance. One may have expended years attempting to expedite desired outcomes, however, as one awakens, one realizes that authentic power resides in surrender. By releasing resistance, one enables the unobstructed flow of divine energy through oneself. It is at this juncture that the phenomenon occurs, and the purpose of the soul is said to begin unfolding with ease and grace. Surrender is not synonymous with giving up hope or resigning oneself to fate. Rather, it is defined as trusting in the divine timing of one's life. The more one practices surrender, the more one experiences peace, freedom, and joy. When one surrenders to the universe, the concept of surrender, as it pertains to the soul's purpose, involves a process of unfolding that is characterized by ease and grace. This notion does not imply the abandonment of hope or the acquiescence to predetermined circumstances. Rather, it signifies an act of trust in the optimal timing of one's life. The practice of surrender fosters an environment conducive to the experience of peace, freedom, and joy. By relinquishing control to the universe, individuals allow themselves to be guided by life towards destinations of remarkable beauty and fulfillment. A select few are embarking on a new era, a period of extraordinary spiritual awakening. As the world undergoes transformation, there is an invitation for individuals to assume a leadership role, to embrace the future, and to facilitate its unfolding. This new dawn is not about a distant future, it is happening now. Each moment is a new beginning, and the individual has the power to shape what lies ahead. Hope is the light that guides the individual through the darkness, and courage is the strength that propels the individual forward. As the individual embraces this new chapter of their journey, they recognize that they are not alone. The entire universe is conspiring to support the individual, and the more the individual aligns with their highest truth, the more the future becomes a canvas for their creative expression. This new dawn also calls for a collective awakening. It is not just the process of individual transformation is inextricably linked to the awakening of the collective consciousness of humanity. As individuals embark on their journey of self-discovery and empowerment, they serve as catalysts for others, inspiring them to follow suit. This process creates a ripple effect that resonates across the globe, resulting in a new era of love, peace, and harmony. The power of unity, the collaborative effort of chosen individuals to bring about positive change, is paramount. In this new era, individuals are encouraged to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead with optimism. It is a time for leadership, for creating a future that reflects the highest expression of who individuals are. With hope, courage, and love as guiding principles, the future becomes limitless, and individuals become the creators of their own future.